What's up everybody, my name is Janica and this is Too Lazy for Google. This is a channel about videography, photography, droning, and tech. So if that's your jam, please like and subscribe below. It really helps us out a lot. So speaking of subscribers, we are almost at 500 subscribers and we couldn't be more than thankful. It's been a great year, we've learned a ton, and we've had a lot of engagement from you guys. So I wanted to take this time while we're quarantined to go over old comments and questions and answer them for you. So we'll just kick it off right away. So in one of our earlier videos, winter flying drone tips, so the best tips for flying your drone in winter, Cruising Off Duty asks, are you guys in Toronto? We are in Toronto, we're safe, and we hope everyone down south is also healthy and safe as well. We're thinking of you. But yeah, we're in Toronto and couldn't be happier, love Toronto. Okay, on to the next question, that was easy. Okay, how we saved $100 on camera gear on that video. Where did we get that question? I'm not sure if this is trolling or not, but Ethan Robbins asks, hey, have you heard of color grading? It's a pretty long question. He goes on to say that he does a lot of this stuff and he's in film school and he could really help out if I have any questions. So a nice guy, actually. I don't think he's trolling. So Ethan Robbins, what I would say is that we purposely did not color grade our vlogs when we started because we really wanted a natural feel, and then when we did like B-roll and stuff, we color graded that. So check out our B-roll videos. I'm color grading this, and like the last few videos we color graded a little bit as well. We didn't want to take away from the content and the information. We wanted to make sure that then nothing was distracting, so we kind of left it as it is. It helped with our workflow as well. Okay, on to the next question. Here we go. Crushing it. Which gimbal is best for you was our video. And we have a couple of questions. Milos Minic asks, how the heck this channel with awesome content have so small number of subs? Video is great. Hope to buy soon this gimbal for my Sony a6000. Milos, thank you so much. Thank you very much for the love. We're always looking for new subs, so thank you for joining on and the praise. Technically that was a question, so don't hate me for reading that one out. That's not self-promotion. Final Flame Productions on the same video says, sweet review guys. Would the Crane Plus handle the weight of a GH5 and 35 to 100 millimeter Lumix lens okay? And Final Flame Productions, it would handle the GH5 body just fine, but the 35 to 100 millimeter is pretty heavy. It is a big lens. So what I would say about heavier mounted lenses is you would probably want the Zhiyun Crane 2 rather than the Crane Plus. Okay, thank you for asking. Let's go. Okay, so this one is on our first BCam challenge. We had Daniel Grant asking, can you guys review the DJI Osmo Pocket? Awesome channel, keep up the great work. Daniel Grant, would love to review the DJI Osmo Pocket for you. I'll look into that because we don't, I know Steven uses the Osmo Action. I'm pretty sure it's the Osmo Action, something like that. He took a new camera down to Cayman and it looks fantastic. He's shooting stuff underwater. It looks amazing. So check out his video that he just made. I'll link it in one of the cards here. Yeah, and we'll do a review on the Action and the Osmo Pocket if it makes sense. I'm surprised at how many like non-trolls there are actually. That's really nice. It's good. It's a good dynamic to have. Okay, next question. This is on our video, tips and tricks and feedback for drone operators. The view.f.u.h says, the Ministry of Transportation, ? And could you explain to us how lift and drag don't apply to the Mavic 2 Pro? The reason the exam covers this area, the areas it does, is because those who take flying an RPA seriously understand that it is an aircraft sharing airspace with other pilots. So it's important that there is a common body of knowledge between the two types of pilots. Also, given where you can fly under the Advanced Ops certifications, it is essential to be able to communicate accurately with air traffic control and other aircrafts. Granted, there are a number of less than relevant questions, hypoxia for example, but since when has education and knowledge of a subject been restricted to the absolutely bare essential information? The view.f.u.h. I do agree with you somewhat, and I think you actually agree with my point that I made in the video, that it is important for us to know things like lift and drag because we are flying an aircraft. But I think I do specifically say that some things aren't relevant, and I think you say right here that hypoxia isn't a relevant question, and I think I mentioned that in the video. So I do agree with you completely. I think we're saying the same thing. Question, I've lost count. So this is on our best microphone for outdoor video YouTube videos. This was one of our most popular videos, actually, one of, but not the most popular. Daniel Grant asked another question, actually. Question for you guys. What would be the millimeter for a camera lens that's more versatile in terms of a medium captures to more zoom types? Like if I was going to go on a trip with lots of wildlife, for example, nice landscape moment, then a beautiful monkey in a tree, where I need that zoom ability. Daniel Grant, thanks for asking that question. So yeah, you're right, you want a zoom lens, and you would want something that covers a lot of range. So you want a wide angle lens to cover the landscape so you could get everything in. And then you want something of a higher millimeter so you could take up closer shots without actually walking up to like a lion or something. I don't know if you're going on a safari or something, but yeah, you want a wide range. So there's some out there that goes from like, I don't know, like 100 millimeters to 300 millimeters, but you almost want two lenses. You want to get up that high, but you also want something around the 18 to 24 millimeter range as well. My recommendation from everything I've heard here is to get the Sony 18 to 105 millimeter. It's a great lens. It's not overly expensive. It's really, really sharp. So I took it traveling with me. I love it for traveling. To the East Coast, I took these great pictures of Peggy's Cove, and I was able to zoom in and zoom out depending on what I needed. I would thoroughly, thoroughly recommend that for your traveling needs. So Stephen did this amazing video when he went to Scotland called Cinematic Scotland. If you haven't seen it yet, please, please check it out. It's gorgeous, and some of the drone shots he got were unbelievable. So Sunshine Moonlight says, so professional. What software do you suggest for the average person? I love making videos of my vacations. Would love a more professional look. Thanks. So Sunshine Moonlight, I use Premiere Pro. I would recommend Premiere Pro to everyone. DaVinci Resolve is free, but if you're looking for something that's even less work, there's something called Veed. So V-E-E-D. I'll put a link below. Check that out. It's very easy to make like videos for Instagram and things like that for social media on that. On our video, top 6 cinematic drone shot tips. Guy Pauluis says, hi, what about sensors when flying over the water? Guy, great question. So in that video, some of the shots we took were very close to the water, and I absolutely love this shot, seeing the water like fly below while keeping a subject in the distance. When I went to PEI and Nova Scotia, I did that all the time with the lighthouses. I thought that was great. Guy, what I would say is do it when the winds are calm, because when the waves are lapping, your sensors will pick that up if you're below, if you're close to like 5 feet to the water, and then your drone will just stop, and then a wave might come and hit it. So when flying close to the water, please do it in low wind conditions. next question. We're almost at the home stretch here. So we have on our video, do you need 2 cameras or 1 in 2020? You know how I feel. I love having the 2 cameras here, so shout out to both of you guys, my workhorses. Yes, I did just shout out to my cameras. So we have ex-Captain K saying, keep creating great content, guys. I have doubt about A6300. Does it heat while taking video at 1080p and 4K? What's the max time limit for continuous video before it shuts on heating issues? So ex-Captain K, you're absolutely right. The A6300 does heat up, and you're very justified in having those reservations. The thing is for the price, I can't complain about the A6300. If you're doing stuff like broadcasting, if you're doing things like long interview formats, it's not the camera for you. There's ways to get around it, and I have as well. Just knowing that it's going to shut off soon makes you more vigilant and more efficient in how you conduct those interviews. And what interviews need to take so long? The interviewee wants a break as well, so it's good to get them to have a walk around, glass of water as well while your camera cools down. But yeah, it gets stressful when you're shooting weddings. That's why I got the A7 III just in case. And the next question on that same video, Western Australia Now and Then, maybe one of our most, if not our most engaged subscriber. Ex-Captain K, you're up there too. Western Australia Now and Then says, B-roll seems like an odd question unless all you do is talking head shots. I interpret this to mean if you're taking stills, why would you need 2 cameras? You would only need 2 cameras if you're doing video stuff as well. And Western Australia Now and Then, I would say even my photographer friends and even myself doing still photography, I love having 2 cameras because just knowing that if one breaks down, I have another one is invaluable. If you can afford it, and if you're doing professional work, get a second camera, because you never know when one is going to die on you or if. And then what are you going to do? It's just insurance on something that can ruin an entire day for you and your client. Next question. It's on our ultimate Instagram and YouTube video export settings in 2020. The question comes from Jerry Manco. Hey guys, a bit of a different topic. I'm uploading stills to Instagram via Chrome on my computer, but I cannot upload videos. Want to bypass the phone? Any way to do this? Settings, etc. Thanks, Jerry. So when I'm looking at this, it looks like I already responded to Jerry Manco, but for everyone else who's here, there is a link below that I'll put where you can have the mobile experience on your computer. I've done this many times because if I want to upload videos onto Instagram, I can just do it from my desktop. I can add things onto Instagram from my desktop because it gives that mobile feel. So I'll link to that below. So the last question comes from Music and Life Peru. He says, hi, I got the SLR Magic 1 week ago. This was on our Cine Lens video that we did. I got the SLR Magic 1 week ago and I noticed a bad chromatic aberration below and above T2. Are you guys experiencing the same with your lens? So what I would say is Music and Life Peru, send it back. There is no way we are seeing that kind of chromatic aberration below and above T2. And I doubt SLR Magic would want you to have that lens. So send it back, get a different lens, and start taking those amazing shots. And that's it. So thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for engaging and asking all these intelligent questions. Some were loving, some were opposing, but I love that diversity of opinion. And as it showed, especially in that one, we were saying the same thing. So, it's different views on the same thing. So please keep those questions coming. I love answering these questions from you guys. If anything, in this time, it's great to have a community like you. So until next time, we'll catch you later. Bye.